recently adopted a dog who was blind and deaf. We've had blind ones when we had deaf ones. We've never had one that's both blind and deaf.
Wow, that's so sweet.
And we took him because basically nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
And his little spirit, he's just wonderful,
Aww.
you know? And he's not a problem. I mean, it's like...
How does he get on the other dogs helping him?
Well, yes, they're being wonderful to him. They don't really know what to make of him because they have they communicate with each other with eye contact. Well, he one of his eyes one of his sockets he doesn't even have an eye, and the other eye is blind.
Okay.
So he can't communicate visually with them.
Yeah.
And he also can't hear himself, so he will sometimes bark at them in very loud ways, like ear-deafening, ear-piercing barks.
Yeah.
But they know something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
And they treat him very well.
Mm-hmm.
And when he tries to play with them, sometimes he gets very aggressive, and they back off immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's interesting to watch the generosity of their spirit in terms
Wow.
of dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a lovely dog, and you know, I always look at him and I think, you know, he first of all, none of them should exist. We shouldn't have dogs. We shouldn't be breeding animals.
Yeah,
I mean,
we should not be
you
breeding
know,
them.
and a lot of animal people get very upset with me when I say that, but my view is this. I love dogs. You ain't going to meet anybody on planet Earth that likes hanging around with dogs more than I do.
Aww.
Bottom line is, if there were two of them left, and it was up to me as to whether they bred so that we could continue to have pets, the answer is not on your life, sister. Not on your life.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have pets.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, I think we ought to live with we ought to live with our species. You know, humans ought to live with humans, animals ought to live with animals.
But now they're already domesticated.
But they're here.
You're here.
Know, so you
Let's
gotta
help them.
So you got to give them. They're in this mess because of us.
Right.
So my view is, you know,
Adopt.
adopt. And I lived in Manhattan. I lived in New York City. I once believed that I would never leave New York City until I died because I loved New York City so much.
Yeah.
We got our third dog. We had such problems with the neighbors that we decided to leave New York City.
Yeah.
It was the best decision I ever made.
Okay.
Because we've had a lot of dogs since then.
Yeah.
And you know, I love relating to them. I love them dearly.
That's so sweet.
But you know what? They shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And you know, and we should, you know, people get upset and say, well, you know, how can spaying and neutering be okay? And the answer is we ought not to have them. We need to not.
We need to stop.
We need to stop producing them.
You're right.
It's that
Because
simple.
there's just too many.
It's that simple.
Dr. Francione, what is your message to the world?
Go vegan. It's that simple. Look, I mean, it's so simple. It is so incredibly simple.
Yeah.
Do you believe that we ought not to be inflicting unnecessary suffering on animals? If you believe that, go vegan.
So simple.
If you care about animals and you think animals matter morally, you can't eat them, wear them, or use them. That's simple. It's that simple.
It's
I mean,
so
this is not rocket science.
I know.
This is not rocket science. We turn it in. We make it complicated because the quote movement is out there trying to complicate it because that's what the movement needs to do to get people donating. If you are somebody who exploits animals, and you donate to organization X, and organization says, you're a good person.
Yeah.
You're exploiting animals, but you're a good person.
Yeah.
You give that person money.
Right.
And that's the problem, is that we have, the movement has sold out to this idea of compassionate exploitation. It is an obnoxious, immoral concept. It really is.
Yep. Thank you. So last, Dr. Francione, I'm going to give you some words, and in 15 seconds, tell me the first thing that comes to your head. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Dogs.
I love them, but they shouldn't exist.
Oh. Dairy.
Every bit as bad, if not worse, than meat. Stop it. Don't consume it.
That's right. Compassion.
An otherwise wonderful word that I've come to hate because I'm tired of animal people telling me that there's such a thing as compassionate exploitation.
Yeah. Choice.
Well, we have the choice to continue to consume animals. We have the choice to do all sorts of things. We have the choice to be really horrible people.
Yeah.
We can be pretty horrible without breaking any laws. But the fact that we have a choice to do something doesn't say whether or not we have a moral obligation not to do it.
Right. Peace.
I see the movement. I believe in peace.
Yes.
I believe in peace and nonviolence, and veganism is necessary for them.
Yes. Environment.
it's going to hell quickly.
Yep.
In large part because of animal agriculture. Not
Yep.
the only reason.
Yeah.
But animal agriculture is a huge contributor
Yes, it is.
to environmental degradation. If we want to stop, if we want to try to stop the horrors of climate change,
Yes.
the best thing that we can do, the easiest thing we can do, and the thing that we can do right now, go vegan.
There you go. You heard that. Sentient beings.
Sentient beings, persons. They're persons. Sentient being, if you're a sentient being, I don't care whether you can do higher mathematics, I don't care whether you can speak multiple languages or speak any language at all. If you're sentient, you have the right not to be treated exclusively as a resource, you have the right not to be property.
Beautiful. Speciesism.
Like racism, sexism, heterosexism, and other forms of discrimination, we
Yep.
should reject it. We should reject all forms of discrimination, including human discrimination. If you are an animal rights advocate but you don't care about people, you're screwed up, you're confused, you need to rethink your position.
There you go. Justice.
That's what veganism is about. Veganism is a matter of justice. It's not just a matter of reducing suffering. Yes, it does reduce suffering, but it's not a matter of reducing suffering. Veganism is a matter of justice. It's what we owe. It's what we owe to non-human animals.
Wow.
It's not a matter of whether we exploit them humanely or not.
Right.
We have no business exploiting them at all.
At all.
Justice requires that we stop exploiting them. Justice requires veganism.
Beautifully said. And last, kale.
When mixed with I used to use cashew nuts until I found out about how cashews were produced in terms of the harm to humans. Because
Okay.
apparently they're actually the people who harvest cashews suffer. It's a horrible process.
Okay.
So now I'm using sunflower seeds.
Okay.
But kale, when mixed with some yeast and sunflower seeds and put into a dehydrator, are wonderful.
Oh.
It's a wonderful vegetable.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dr. Francine, for this wonderful time. I really appreciate you
And
coming out.
thank you for your efforts to educate, because it's really essential.
Yeah.
You know, nonviolence, as you know, is a component of Hinduism. It's certainly a component of Jainism.
Jainism, yeah.
And it's supposed to be part of Buddhism. I mean, I usually get tired of meeting Buddhists.
Oh, I know. When we
Buddhists
go-
who are not vegans. You're talking
That's-
about,
yeah. And do you know about Vipassana?
Yes.
So that's a new thing that we're going to try to do. We're going to try to write letters or something, because how can you go to Vipassana and they're serving you vegetarian meals and not vegan? Because
right.
so many vegans now are wanting to do Vipassana, and there's got to be that option, or just getting rid of all dairy products in Vipassana. How can we go into spirituality and meditation with death inside of us?
Well, but that, it's not uncommon
Yeah.
in Eastern spiritual traditions, whether it's Vipassana or anything else.
Yeah.
To have dairy. I mean,
I know.
it's a big, it's
I
a
know.
huge component.
I know.
And I mean, I think one of the reasons, when the Jain culture, which is small relative to the Hindu population, but I think that part of the Jain, not all, part of the Jain embrace of dairy is because Jainism is a small sect that has been in India, that developed in India alongside a Hindu tradition, which it has very much focused on milk.
Yes.
And so I think that this is, I think that it's really important to sort of educate the Indian population.
Which we're going to get into part 2.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
fine,
yeah.
okay, great.
Thank you so much. Peace out.